Jason, why are you such a skis?
Bear? Why are you so creepy, Bear? I don't want to Care Bear stare with you, Bear. You know, in season 6, Barry Plath went through a sort of renaissance. He was the scorned divorced dad, the pitiful ex-husband of Kimberly Plath. He wasn't wilding out in skorts like Kimberly. He seemed to still give a shit about his kids, and he started working out. You guys, the words Zaddy and Barry actually found their way into the same sentence at some point. I know. As I've been pulling clips for videos covering this season, I've gone back in the archives and I'm like, there's something about Barry that's just so off-putting. After this most recent episode of Plathville, Barry has my skin full on crawling. And of course, Veronica has entered the chat. And I know she's not the people's princess anymore, but an insufferable clock can be right twice a day, right? Or whatever that saying is. I fully believe the tea she just spilled. And with what we just watched, Barry is giving big PERV energy. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In this last episode, Barry must have had an extra shot of kombucha, or maybe he was on a workout high. I don't know what accounted for his demeanor. He was certainly in rare form. And the way he acted in this most recent episode of Plathville has had the interwebs buzzing.
We're saving our first case, so.
Among other firsts.
Among all the other firsts.
Yes, among all those fun firsts. Yeah, talk about some fun firsts.
We don't have to.
You'll get to experience those just, you know, in the privacy of...
Are we talking about what I think we're talking
Oh,
about?
yeah. I think it's going to be hard to not have children quick.
I mean, we'll wait.
We really want to wait.
She's biologically crafted right now.
Yeah, well, she was showing
a baby.
Well,
it's the prime time, right?
We haven't talked about which method they're going to use to delay things.
Hopefully they get in the rhythm. Can, you know, quiz her orally. I haven't seen enough redness, so the questions are going to get more difficult here. You know, I'm in that phase, right? I'm like, bring on the grandchildren.
I guess it's safe to say that you guys know how all that happens.
Know enough.
The birds, the bees, the bears, the bulls. Lots of B words I can think of, right? Barry. Oh, look at the time.
Maybe this isn't rare form for Barry, which maybe this is why Kim looks like she can't believe she birthed 10 of this dude's kids. And maybe there's more to the cringe. I don't know. Allegedly. You'll see what I mean once we get to what Veronica has to say. There is so much ick and cringe in this scene. I hardly know where to start. I don't know why Barry seems so horny to talk about Lydia and Zach getting to all their firsts as a newly married couple. This man is downright giddy. And there's an added layer of cringe considering Lydia really stepped into the role as woman of the house after her older sister Hosanna got married, and especially after Kim left. I'm not accusing Barry of anything. I'm not saying I have proof of anything. That's for the people who actually know him in real life to suss out, like Veronica. But what I will say is there's been a lot of parent-child boundary blurring going on for a long time in the Plath household, especially when it comes to Lydia's role in the family. So it just makes all of this really uncomfortable to watch as a viewer. When discussing what birth control methods Kim might suggest to Lydia in a private girls' convo, Barry suggests Kim could quiz her orally, and that made all of us, including production, go, what the fuck? Again, the only thing I'm accusing Barry of at the moment is making me extremely uncomfortable. Then Barry rattles off his sexy list of bees, beats, Barry boxes, Battlestar Galactica, or whatever the fuck he was saying. If I'm Zach, this wedding just turned into an elopement. I wouldn't want to introduce my family to any of the Plaths at this point if I'm Zach. And to no one's anyone's surprise, Veronica, of course, had an opinion on this episode, even though she didn't watch the episode. At least she hadn't at the time she had made this video. But just because she didn't watch it, it didn't stop her from commenting on Barry's reportedly creepy behavior.
Watch last night's episode, but it was brought to my attention that Barry was being very perverted. I'm going to show you the side of Barry that I know and had to learn, especially through Kim. Thanks, Kim. She would allude to 2016. Something happened. She left for months. Lydia and Hosanna took over the mothering role. She had to separate herself from Barry. She alluded that he would go to jail, lose his job, and everything. I was like, what the fuck's this bad? And then people were reaching out to me. And then I found out it was his best friend, Alan. Alan got arrested in 2016. His best friend, best man, like very close, thick as thieves, as they would say. Alan got arrested in 2016 for 30 years for child molestation. And Barry's saying these things. Best friends with a child molester. I think it's disgusting. He needs to be held accountable. Clocking you.
So Veronica says that she heard, I guess from Kim, that something happened with Barry in 2016, which caused Kim to leave for a period of time. And supposedly, Kim told Veronica that whatever this was could cause Barry to lose his job or even go to jail. Yikes. Then Veronica starts talking about this friend of Barry's. And of course, Reddit sleuthed this info for us. So this was reported in news outlet WALB in 2022. And trigger warning, this is really fucked up. A man was sentenced on a number of counts stemming from a slew of child sexual abuse charges, according to officials with the South Georgia Judicial Circuit. Dale Allen Calhoun was sentenced to life in prison plus 30 years, followed by life on probation, after pleading guilty to 7 counts of child sex crimes. Officials with the South Judicial Circuit said evidence showed that Calhoun engaged in sexual intercourse with a family member and produced CSAM of the victim between 2017 and 2022. The South Georgia Judicial Circuit commended the child for her bravery, as well as the investigators, deputies, and experts who put the case together, officials said in a press release. So fucking gross. And I just feel like I need to point out the whole Duggar family and that whole scandal. One of the main narrators that Amazon got for Shiny Happy People, their documentary that detailed the horrors of the Duggar family, one of those main narrators was this guy Jim Holt, who was buddies with the Duggar family at one point, but it turns out he himself is a big old monster. Allegedly. I mean, his wife and kid got a restraining order out against him. What's that saying? Birds of a feather. But remember that weird scene between Kim and Barry during episode 2 of season 7? The scene consisted of Kim pretty much threatening Barry that if he didn't participate in filming, she was going to tell them everything.
On my end, I'm feeling pretty ambushed. I'm like, okay, time out. So I have to leave because I'm really not going to just sit here and listen to this. I think she expected me to just be easy. I don't think she expected this type of fight.
See, this is the problem. You won't even talk to me.
I'm not filming anymore.
Well, then I'm going to go in and tell them my side of the story. Is that what you want?
I got control of my emotions, and I do go back in because, I do want to leave on a less negative note.
For me, I was so wrapped up in Kim getting boo hurt that Barry didn't check on her after she got a DUI that it really overshadowed just how weird this exchange actually was. Kim is trying to address like divorce settlement stuff and Barry is trying to cut and run. That's when Kim is like, hey Bear, if you don't get your ass back in here, I'm going to air out all your shit. And then Barry is butt in seat in Kim's kitchen once more. So like, what are you afraid of getting out there, Bear? According to Veronica, there's a whole shit ton Barry could be worried about getting out. I can totally believe that Barry is being shitty about child support, making it nigh impossible for Kim to make ends meet. But like, let this also be a lesson to all of us. If you are thinking about being a stay-at-home parent or partner, protect yourself. I feel less bad in this particular instance because Kim wasn't a stay-at-home parent. If anything, Barry should owe child support to Lydia. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on Barry's super creepy behavior down in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my second channel, Sarah Spills, my podcast, Mostly Harmless, and check out our website, level42studios.com. Links for all of that will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, X, and TikTok at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.